In today's video, it's time to talk about the most difficult area of the fighting for the armed forces of Ukraine. And, as you might guess, we will talk about the Zaporizhzhia direction, where the Ukrainian army was never able to break through the so-called Surovikin line and reach the Sea of Azov. Moreover, in 6 months of fighting, the armed forces of Ukraine were never even able to approach the cities of Tokmak and Melitopol, having lost more than 100,000 soldiers and hundreds of units of heavy equipment during this period. So, a few hours ago, the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation officially announced that the armed forces of Ukraine almost completely abandoned attempts to break through the Russian defense line in the Zaporizhzhia direction. According to the Russian military department, the Ukrainian army was forced to abandon plans to break through to the Sea of Azov and began to conduct positional battles in the Zaporizhzhia direction. According to representatives of the Russian military department, Russian troops continue the systematic destruction of Ukrainian offensive units in the area of the villages of Verbov and Rabotino. Over the past 24 hours, the total losses of the armed forces of Ukraine in this area amounted to 40 people killed and wounded, 15 infantry fighting vehicles, 3 tanks, and 6 self-propelled artillery installations. Against this background, numerous military TV channels began to declare that the intensity of the fighting in the Zaporizhzhia direction of the front had significantly decreased. War correspondents also announced a change in the intensity of armed clashes in this sector of the front. According to them, very bad weather has been established in the Zaporizhzhia region. It constantly rains with wet snow. As a result, all roads have turned into a real swamp, where heavy equipment of the armed forces of Ukraine is bogged down. At the same time, it is reported that the Russians are actively and quite successfully using bad weather to destroy enemy heavy equipment. According to war correspondents, in this sector of the front, Russian troops have increased the use of multiple rocket launcher systems. Moreover, Russian aviation has also increased the number of sorties, dropping heavy-duty aerial bombs on enemy positions. As a result, on November 23, Russian troops even managed to regain previously lost positions in the area of the settlements of Verbov and Rabotino. Despite the fact that even the West began to reluctantly admit the complete failure of the counteroffensive of the Ukrainian army, the Kiev authorities are continuing to assert that the armed forces of Ukraine still have a chance to break through the Russian line of defense in the Zaporizhzhia region. Hearing such statements from President Zelensky and his team, it seems that the Kiev authorities live in some kind of fictional world, where the Ukrainian army is constantly winning, liberating cities and villages. Moreover, Kiev even began to call for speeding up the process of sending U.S. Abrams tanks to the Zaporizhzhia direction. Let me remind you that the United States has transferred 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, which are still in the rear. According to the Ukrainian authorities, these American tanks will significantly improve the situation of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Zaporizhzhia direction. However, even American experts from numerous analytical centers expressed their doubt about the ability of Abrams tanks to somehow improve the situation of the Ukrainian army. According to experts, bad weather conditions will not allow heavy American tanks to budge even a little. Experts are sure that U.S. Abrams tanks will be an excellent target for the Russians. Moreover, insiders in the Ukrainian military department claim that the Pentagon allegedly banned the armed forces of Ukraine from using American tanks in the winter period. It is reported that the Americans are calling on the armed forces of Ukraine to stop all active hostilities until the spring of next year. American generals are sure that only artillery and drones should be used in the winter period.
Well, my friends, it seems the Pentagon is very afraid to see numerous footage of destroyed US Abrams tanks on the internet. And it looks like this Pentagon's nightmare will soon become a reality.